Yes. Okay. This session, which is going to explain you about the SAP basis as well as what exactly you need to learn SAP basis and what is the future of SAP basis. What are the opportunities we are having in SAP basis? This we are going to discuss, and along with that, what we are going to cover as part of this course. Okay. And excuse, yeah. So first thing, everyone might be having one question. Sir, I have a technical knowledge. I have a technical background. I have a non-technical background. So do I need to learn something specific before joining to the basis? Like this, you guys might be having the different questions. Okay. And I can tell you one thing as a basis consultant. If you are the basis consultant, you don't need to learn anything specific. Just join as a white paper. You can just join as a white paper. Once you're done with this course, you might be able to 100% confidently might say, I can attend the interviews and I can able to survive in the market. So we can build those confident levels. Also, you don't need any technical exposure here to join or to learn SAP basis. If you have only the basic computer knowledge, that's enough to learn SAP basis administrator. To become a SAP basis administrator, you just need the basic computer knowledge, like how to switch on the computer, how to operate the computer. That's it. That's it. That's enough to learn SAP basis. Trust me on the scenarios. Okay. Any questions before start this session? I will start in 1 minute. You guys are having any question?
Hello, sir. Good morning. Myself,
Yes.
Suvendu.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to know. Let me introduce with you. I'm Suvendu. I'm from Kolkata,
Mm-hmm.
and my basic domain is computer hardware and networking. I'm working with computer hardware and networking profile from last 20 years.
Okay.
And last 5 years, I entered in the SAP basis, and I am already working in a company, in a
Mm-hmm.
corporate company, as a basis consultant.
Okay.
Oh, and before entering in the basis, I completed a short-term basis course,
Okay.
which was in the time of lockdown. In that
Noted.
time, I learned a basis course, and I completed a 3 month short-term basis course. So
Okay.
I have the basis ideas, and I am working with basis profile right now. Actually, my main motto to join this session is I want to know what is SAP BTP.
Okay.
BTP.
We'll talk. That's what. See, the questions which I stated, the technical aspects we'll talk end of the session. Okay. So
Okay,
just I'm just starting the session along with that queries, whatever you guys are having, we are going to cover at the end of the session.
okay, okay,
Okay. And the queries, the technical aspect, whatever you are having, we'll cover at the end of the session. And before, let me explain about the SAP basis, and we'll talk remaining at the end of the session.
okay. And just tell me one thing. SAP BTP is it's a different thing from the SAP basis. Main.
It's advanced to the basis, addition to the basis.
Okay, 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 fine.
Okay. Okay. So let me talk about the thing. Every day you guys might be every day you might guys might be working on the different scenarios like laptops and the mobile device and everything you are talking about, right? So this is your laptop. To have a work on this laptop, do you need to learn specific language? I don't think you don't need to learn any specific language, right? So how you are passing your message with the your laptop. Laptop is not a software, it's a hardware, right? It's a hardware. To pass your messages, how you are passing, how you are interacting with the laptop, you are just using a, you are sitting here and you are using is a human. He's trying to access the laptop. He's trying to access the laptop. He may not be able to convey his information with the laptop directly. The reason is laptop may not be able to understand your language. You may not be able to understand laptop language. So he needs someone who can convey, or it's a middle person who can share your information with the laptop, or the person who can share the information from the laptop to you. So that is the person, we can call it as a software. So here is a software. Who is a software here? Here we have a software, that is, anyone knows, any guesses? Operating system.
Windows, yes.
Operating system, it's not only the Windows. We have different
Java.
operating, that's true, but along with that we have a different operating system. Okay, so here is the main why we are talking about this operating system now. So do I need to learn about this operating system, or do I need to learn about this laptop or something? No, I'm just giving some heads up how day to day how we are using this operating system. What is the impact here? What is the usage is here? So every device, take any device, mobile, you can take mobile, or any barcode system, or anything, scanner system, whatever it is. It's everything is totally dependent with the two aspects. The first one is hardware and software. Nowadays, without these two, will you able to survive in the market? No. So as a human, we may not be able to use hardware directly. Okay, as a human, we may not be able to use software directly. Okay, we can use hardware and software as a combination. We can able to use this thing. So why? Because the same thing which we discussed, the information which I'm passing, the system may not be able to understand, the mobile may not be able to understand, the devices may not be able to understand. Whatever the response we are getting from the devices, we may not be able to understand directly. So one person is required. Who is that one person? Software. Okay, combination of hardware and software, we may able to use all the devices. That is a main funda. Why we are talking on this hardware and software? Because we are going to operate the system, which operate the one of the SAP application, or SAP or database, whatever it is. We to install SAP application, I need one platform. This is a hardware. On top of this hardware, I am going to install the software. That is the operating system. On top of the software, I'm going to install multiple applications like MS Office, or Notepad++, or Google Chrome, Outlook, Teams, Zoom, VLC player, and WhatsApp. Everything. I can install everything. So, like that, without this operating system, without this hardware, we may not be able to use any of this application. That is the main motto of this. So in SAP perspective, what will happens if you have this hardware and software? I mean, hardware and software. Software is the operating system. On top of this, we are going to install SAP. So, sir, are we going to install this hardware? Are we going to install this operating system, or are we going to configure this hardware? No, there is a separate team. We can call it as a Linux administrator or infra team. They are going to take care of, this hardware and software. Software is like a operating system. On top of that, as a basis consultant, we are going to work on that. So this is the main motto why we are talking about the hardware and software. This is very, very important nowadays. Without this, we may not be able to survive in the market. Okay, now let's go a little bit more here. So I prepared some of the slides for you guys, which may give more idea here. So as I stated, the computer fundamentals. So what exactly this hardware and what is the dependency and all we discussed so far. So we are going to talk about this computer, why hardware and machine, and how the machine is passing the information with the human, and the why the human is needed the operating system. Those are we just discussed. So we just discussed about the hardware and software, where we have a hardware and what is the importance of the software and all. So we have a different types of hardwares and softwares we have. If you see here, the programming software. The programming software is nothing but Java, Java, Python. These are the coding related. We can call it as a programming software. And coming to the system software, we have a system software is nothing but so operating systems like Windows, Linux, and Solaris. Like we have a AX. So different operating system we have. So those about the operating systems, system softwares, and the application softwares. The best example is SAP, Oracle, and Outlook. This will comes to the application softwares. Okay, so these are the different softwares. You know everything, but there is no segregation of, you don't know the segregation, right? So with this explanation, you may able to understand what exactly the software of application software and system software and the program software and all. Okay, and coming to, so every day to day, we are going to use one more functionality, that is, so let's say you have a Gmail here. Okay, you are accessing, as a human, you are accessing here your Gmail account from your laptop. You are accessing from laptop, you are accessing your Gmail account. Okay, so you just open the google gmail.com or something. You just provided the username and password. Is that mean you are directly accessing your Gmail server? No, right? You are just accessing one of the front end tool of the Gmail. So let's say you are accessing WhatsApp. So is that mean you are directly accessing WhatsApp server? No, you are just accessing WhatsApp. WhatsApp, you are just accessing the client of WhatsApp. WhatsApp client you are accessing. So when you provide your information here, it is going to connect with the server, which might be hosted somewhere outside of India, or outside of India, or inside of the India, wherever it is. It will go to that server, and it is going to have a information discussion, whereas it will go here and it will fetch the information from the server to the client, and the client will share with the user. Okay, so he is the user. Let's say I'm Manju. Manju is a user. Okay, Manju is a user. Manju is trying to access WhatsApp. Okay, I just texted something, and if I want to send the message to someone, so it is not directly going to the person. First, it will check with that server. Boss, I just got this information. Do I need to pass or something? Like there is a conversation will happens with the server and the client. So once the conversation is fine, then it will respond back to the client stating that the message has been sent. So why we are talking about it is, any application you take, either you take WhatsApp or you take LinkedIn, either you take Gmail, either you take Instagram, Facebook, bank application, any of the application, you are not directly accessing your server. You are not directly accessing those servers. You are just using one of the interface. You are just using one of the interface, which is going to pass your message with the server, which is going to pass message with the server. So we are using the architecture, that is a client and server architecture. So which mechanism we are using? Client and server architecture. The user is not directly interacting with the user is not directly interacting with the server. He is just interacting with the server with the support of client. So this concept we call it as a client and server architecture. This concept we can call it as a client and server architecture. Client and server architecture. So why we are talking here about the client and server architecture? Every day, day to day, whatever the application you are using from your mobile, or whatever the application you are using from your laptop, or whatever you are using from functional, whatever you are using, those are totally dependent with this client and server architecture. Let's say bank application. You are not accessing bank directly. You are using mobile banking application or net banking application to access the server. Okay. Whatever the transaction you want to do, that will also totally dependent with the client and server architecture. Why we are talking about this is because you are going to access your SAP server. This is my SAP server. One of the customer, let me show you this. I am accessing this SAP server. This is SAP server, let's say BAP. So this BAP customer, or let me tag it as a Brahmins. Brahmins is one of the customer which is located in Singapore. I'm accessing this server. So how I'm accessing? How I'm accessing? So people who don't know about this thing is it is a SAP logon pad. This is a SAP logon pad. To access my SAP system, I'm going to use this. To access my SAP system, I am going to use this thing. This is SAP logon pad. We can call it as it's a client. SAP GUI. SAP GUI, which is nothing but is a one of the client. Okay. And now I have a other thing is which I'm using is this is a server. This is a server. It's a SAP server. Okay. And this server is hosted in Malaysia. Okay, Malaysia. And this server is located in Malaysia. And this client which is located in Mumbai. This is located in Mumbai. Okay. Mumbai. Just assume whatever I'm trying to access, I'm using my server from I'm just using this server via SAP logon pad. This SAP logon pad is connecting SAP server. How it's connecting? This is located in Mumbai. From Mumbai, it's connecting server which is located in Malaysia. So you are accessing, you are using one of the client to access your SAP server. You are not directly accessing. There is no feasibility to access your SAP server. There is no feasibility to access your SAP server directly without SAP logon pad or SAP GUI. So the main intention of this statement is we need client and server architecture everywhere and every time. Without that, we may not be able to connect our SAP system or any of the application. Either take Gmail, either you take WhatsApp, either you take Instagram or LinkedIn or any social media or any application, whatever it is. You are not directly accessing. There is no provision to access directly because the data, whatever it is, the users might be located in different locations of world. So it might be Singapore, Malaysia, Canada, UK, or everywhere, Australia, whatever the location, they might access these servers from different different locations or different streams. Okay, so in SAP is totally dependent with the client and server architecture. Client and server architecture. So this is how it's going to connect client and server architecture. What is client and server architecture? Client and server architecture is nothing but you are accessing your application. You are accessing your application using of SAP logon pad. I'm accessing my SAP application using of SAP logon pad, which is nothing but it's a client and it's a server. Client and server architecture. SAP is totally dependent with the client and server architecture. So to understand this concept, do I need to learn something? No, nothing. You don't need to learn anything. Okay. Next, coming to ERP. What is mean by ERP? Is ERP is nothing but enterprise resource planning. ERP. So we have n number of ERP products. So what is mean by ERP product? What exactly this ERP can do? Let's take uh, let me explain something different. So ERP, let me write a diagram here. Okay, with using of one product, if I'm able to perform insurance related project or health related or planning, HR, material, also warehouse, and also let's say security, also finance. So finance. So let's say with using of one product, if I'm able to perform insurance, let's take it as a telco project, or let's take it as a what you call banking project. So I have a customer. So the customer want to deposit something. So it will go to the finance related thing. So I'm able to save the data in the finance transaction. I can perform the finance related. So I need to secure that user, the banking details of the customer. And I have a lot of information about the customer. So that there is a warehouse where I can store all the information about that. So, so if I'm selling something about the the banking sales or everything will go that we can call it as a material related, and the employee salaries will go to the HR related. So the planning of next 10 years or 15 years will go here. So whoever taking the bank accounts, they may get the insurances, vehicle insurance, or health insurance and all. So with using of one product, if I am able to perform these many these many activities, those, that one we can call it as a ERP product. With using of ERP product, I can able to with using of ERP product, I can able to perform any of the projects. So as I stated, telco. So if I want to use a telco product, so the telco product is nothing but, let's say if I'm taking the SIM card. So SIM card means you are providing your the Aadhaar card information with the company vendor and all. So he's going to share your information. He's going to store your information, and once it is done, that will go to the customer relation part. And once it is done, the balancing entry will come to the finance, and transaction processing will go to the planning or material related part, it will go. So with the using of one product, if you are able to perform any number of projects, that we can call it as a ERP product, enterprise resource planning. SAP is one of the ERP product. Why we are calling SAP as a ERP product is nothing but, with using of SAP, with using of SAP, I have a with using of SAP, I can able to perform finance related, because there is a module called FICO, finance and controlling. I have a security related module GRC. I have a warehouse related module BW. I have a material related module MM. I have a HR related module HCM, and the planning, production and planning we have. And there is a module called process chain, something related we have in this related health. So with using of any of these thing, we can use health projects. Insurance also we can do it with this. So each and everything we have a different modules in SAP. With using of that, you can perform any number of projects or anything you can perform with using of SAP. You can able to perform the different projects. So SAP is a one of the ERP product. SAP is a one of the ERP products. See, if you see here, so with using of SAP, you may able to production related planning and everything you can do it here. So financial related you can do it. Sales and marketing, material management, SD is like a sales and distribution, CRM customer related, and the reporting we have a different tools we have in SAP, BODS and all. Inventory management we have, and the planning and all, HR related, salaries and all everything. You have just, it's a sample. It's a sample. With using of SAP, you can perform any project, just name it out, and I can show you one screen. I just stored one screen. With that, you may able to understand what are the industries which SAP is being utilized. What are the industries which is SAP is utilized here, using here. Okay, and this is about the ERP product. So let's go to the SAP now. Let's go to the SAP now. So SAP, let's see what are the ERP products we have. Oh, these are the SAP. Yeah, these are the ERP products. So we have not only SAP, we have a different ERP products we are having. So we were having this was explanation of the SAP system application products and all. I don't want to read this document. I'm just explaining about some normal words, and I can share this document so that you can able to understand. Okay, now, and SAP has been it's a German product, and it has been introduced on 1970s. 1970s SAP has been introduced. So SAP used to have the release version R1, R1, R2, R3 we were having. So R1 was they initially introduced on 1970s. R2 introduced on 1970, 1990 something introduced, and R3 currently we are using this R3. These two are absolute. And how they introduced R1 and R2 and R3, why we are using R3 now, and the differences and all we are going to talk about it. Okay, so R1, R2, R3. So SAP used to have different scenarios. It's SAP is like a three-tier architecture. Three SAP is like a three-tier architecture. Three-tier architecture is like a SAP application. As I stated, we are going to use a SAP GUI, and who is going to access that GUI? The person. I'm a human. I'm just accessing this. I'm the user here. I'm accessing this SAP. So this is the person. So from here, you will go to the SAP GUI. This is the GUI. Okay. This is the application. This application is dependent with the database. Okay. This is the database. So this database will be sit here. Okay. Database. Database. DB. Okay. Now it will go to the GUI. You will go to the application. Application is connected with the database. This was the connectivity we were having. So this one we can call it as a presentation layer. Okay, presentation layer. Okay, and this is the application layer. This is the application layer, and this is the database layer, application layer and database layer. So combination of these three, we can call it as a three-tier architecture, because whenever you are requesting something, it is going to the application, from the application to go to the database, and database will respond back to the user. Database will respond back to the user. Database will respond back to the application. Application will respond back to the GUI. From the GUI, you may able to understand this concept. So this one we can call it as a three-tier architecture. So where we are using a three-tier architecture, how it's going to be? I'm going to explain in this three R1, R2, and R3 scenario. We'll talk about it. When we start this session, you may get more clarity about it. Okay. Okay, now let's talk about industries where this SAP has been focused, and what are the industries SAP is going to support. If you see here, raw material and the mining related, and the oil, chemical, and building, and if you see automotive and furniture, just service consulting and software, educational related, health related, and utilities. You have n number of industry which is SAP is going to support, n number of industries which SAP is going to support their products. Okay, so you might be having the question, sir, SAP is a one product, how it's going to support? As I stated in the previous discussion and the initial discussion, SAP is one of the ERP product. It was having there are different modules for each section, different modules for each section. So whenever we have a different industries, then they are going to use their different modules for each industry. So oil and gas, I have a module called ISO. There is a module called IS utilities, ISO. Oil and gas, we have a ISO and IS utilities. Okay, and we have what we call, this is specific to oil and gas related and utilities related. Okay, and there is a charging finance related. We have, as I stated, we were having what you called FICO, the communication services and all. We have CC, convergent charging. Like, we have a different modules. Each sector, they can have different modules. They can use it there. Okay, and also you might be having the question, sir, why people are migrating their services to SAP now? Why they are not using? Why they didn't used earlier? So I just can give the one best example. So initial days, long back, like 5 years before or 10 years before. So as we were having Apple phones. Why people are purchasing Apple phones now? Why they didn't purchase Apple phones earlier? That is a That is user friendliness. They created the awareness about the Apple, and they provided the information about the Apple, and now people are using. Everyone is started using Apple phones. Excuse. Everyone is using Apple phones now. So one other example is we were using the Windows operating system. So many of the companies they're using Linux. Earlier, everyone was using the Windows operating system. Why they are migrating to the Linux? Because Linux also provided or given the information about the Linux. It like they created some awareness about Linux operating system. What is the importance of the Linux? Why Linux is a better than Windows? And if you compare what you call Samsung or any other phone with the uh, Apple, what is a good why which product is providing good performance and which one is a good? Why people are migrating? So if you are paying 20,000, you are getting mobile. If you are paying 1.5 lakhs, also you are getting the mobile. What is the difference between 1.5 and the 20,000? Why people are crazy about these iPhones or any other products which are introduced by Apple? So that is we should know awareness they created. Same way, initial days, SAP, the many people they don't know about the SAP. SAP is like they thought that it's a big product. So they thought that it is may not be going to help small scale industries. So when SAP introduced or SAP started giving awareness and people are purchasing the SAP. So if you see this one, which one, the business one, the starting business one is nothing but it's a small scale industries. If it is a small scale in a supermarket or something, they can use this business one for the small scale industries, whereas it's like a comprehensive of it's a compact utilities of SAP. With using of one product, you may able to perform all your services. So it's a small product. With using of this, you can perform n number of services. When they have other product, we have SAP Business all-in-one configured or the business suite. These all are which is required for big scale industries, large scale industries. Let's say as let's talk about the Airtel is not Airtel cannot be used this thing because it's a very small product, and Airtel can use this business suite are the business all-in-one configured. So these two things are suitable for Airtel and small scale industries like what you call supermarkets or health departments and all. They can use this business one. Okay, but big scale industries can use SAP all-in-one or the business good or big companies they can use this product. So they segregated their product so that everyone started understanding about the SAP which product is suitable for their organization and all. Okay. And coming to SAP product, what products we used to have in SAP. So if you see here, when they stated when they introduced their SAP on 1970s, so SAP were having different versions, 2.0 and 4.0 and all. So if you see this thing, this one will give more clarity. Initially they introduced with the R3 scenario, whereas 3.0, 4.0 enterprise and all. So there is a lot of enhancements happen. Why we need to do the enhancements? Why we need to do the enhancements is nothing but the changes in the product. So every team 3 months or 6 months you used to get the version update in your application, right? A mobile also you are going to get the new operating systems. Why we are getting? They are changing something. There might be an enhancement, there might be a security related patches which is going to help or which is going to secure your mobile or devices or data. So there are changes in that, and futures also they are going to introduce. Earlier in the WhatsApp only we used to uh, will use for the chatting purpose. Then they introduce the calling. They later they introduce the video calling, and then later they introduce the banking financial related services. So it's like an enhancements happen in the WhatsApp. The same way SAP also having different versions. There was a lot of enhancements happen the previous days, initial days. If you want to access SAP, you need to write something, and the command prompt, from the command prompt you need to write a command stating that let's go to the command prompt. And if I want to open something, if I want to open the notepad, start notepad. So I'm just writing something and it will open. So there is no option to open directly. So like this everything was dependent with the command prompt. So Later, there was a changes happened. Now, if I want to open SAP, I will go just double click on this. It will open. It's like it's a matter of click. It's a click, one click, everything will open here. So there was a lot of enhancement happens, and later ECC and NetViewer and HANA. So HANA is one of the critical and important aspect compared to other products. SAP HANA is like a one of the database and one of the fast growing database. And if you have other database, if you compare HANA with other databases, let's say I have a Oracle, SQL, or Sybase, or blah blah blah. So if you have a data which is taking 10 hours to process or 5 hours to process the data, let's say the data is taking 10 hours to process something, and the same data can be processed in HANA less than 30 minutes. So you may see how big and how good the performance will be, how the performance will be improved in this HANA. So why people are crazy about this HANA? So what changes exactly happen in HANA? Why this performance is very high, and why people are migrating to HANA? We'll get to know in the future classes. And this was some changes which can be which happen in the SAP is like they introduce SAP S4 HANA. S4 is like a fourth generation, fourth innovation of new product. It's like a SAP. We were having three-tier architecture and all, R3 and all. Now we will have S4 HANA, which is like a S4 HANA is nothing but which is having the HANA database as a background. Then remaining ECC and all, it can be support uh, other databases as well. S4 HANA will support only HANA database. Okay. And coming to the modules of SAP. So here, SAP Basis Administrator is the one of the frontline warrior. Why we are calling SAP Basis is a frontline warrior is if other resources like let's say function finance and controlling and sales or PP, quality, PM, HCM, whatever the models we have to work these resources, the basis administrator is the person who need to build the SAP system. If the basis administrator builds the SAP system, then only these resources, whoever is there, the what you call the ABAP or security or PIPO, whatever it is there, these guys are going to work. These guys are going to work. Without this basis person, they may not be able to survive something. Sir, you may think that you guys might be having the question, sir, as I stated, basis person is going to build the system, so the basis work is done. No, no. It's an initial phase. If you build the system, these guys will work and they will do their work and their tasks and all. Their whatever the regular activities these guys are performing, the regular activities, whatever they're performing, whenever they have anything, the base is supposed to come in the picture and he need to fix the issue. Without this basis person, nothing will be happen in any of the organization. You might be having other question, sir. There is a lot of enhancements happen as you stated. Okay, I'm good with that, but now there are a lot of automations is happening. So what about the basis? Is it going to kill the basis resources? No, no doubt on that. Reason is I was having around 18 years of experience. Based on my experience, I'm telling. So initially when I started my career, there was a automation happens. Okay, automations happen. The people are learning the Python and other blah 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 codes and all. So they thought everything can be automated. Everything can be automated, but to perform those things, automation process is like a developer or they will do. But the basis administrator, without the basis administrator, none of the work will be complete. The installation, you may think that it may do the automation, silent installation and all. Installation cannot be automated fully, cannot be automated fully. And the regular activities, the AI cannot go and fix that issues. And the automation tools, whatever we are having, those automation tool may not be able to fix the issues. Without basis resource, it cannot be possible. So there are huge requirement for the basis. I can show you that openings for the basis as well. Okay, this is the importance of the SAP basis. And coming to the course content which we are having, I will take 10 more minutes. We'll talk on the query. We'll go with the QA. Okay, so this is about the course content what we are going to cover as part of these sessions. So we are going to have this introduction of the SAP basis and the landscape. We are going to talk about the installation of the SAP basis and what type of installation we have, why we need to do the installation, what is meant by single installation and the standalone installation and high available installations. And we are going to talk about the user administration topics, and we are going to talk about the client administration. So, and CCMS monitoring, the background processing, what is the background jobs and all. So every month we are getting the every month we are getting the salaries. Like let's say 30th or let's say first or the 29th, the last month of the month or the first day of the month we are getting the salaries. So just assume you have 1,000 resources in the company. Okay. So any person is sitting somewhere and doing the salary deposit. No, right? It's an automate process. So the background, something is happening. How the background schedules will happening? What is meant by distributed scenario? What is meant by transport management systems and the school administration? And we need to know about the service marketplace. What is the importance of the service marketplace? Why we need to know about the service marketplace? What exactly the service marketplace is? From where we are going to download the SAP patches or the media installation media? We are going to talk about it. Add-on installation and all. We are going to talk about it. We are going to talk about administration of HANA database, how to create a database, how to install and upgrade or perform monitoring here in a HANA database, what exactly we need to know in HANA database, how we are going to build these HANA databases in replication configurations, how the interview preparation will be in HANA database. We are going to talk about it. And coming to the BTP, BTP is one of the very finest and the important aspect in the market. Why we need to know about the BTP? What is the importance of BTP in SAP basis? Without BTP, will SAP basis person will survive over there, or why we are using BTP nowadays? So what are the topics we are going to cover in the BTP? So this is about the course content. BTP we have a different scenarios like sub account, global account, and what is meant by global account. What are the regions and services? What are the services we have? What is meant by cloud conductor? What are the security, and what is meant by transport administrator in the transport administration in the BTP? So we need to know about these things. We are going to cover as part of this basis administration. So let's go QA. Anyone?
Hi, Jay this side. Good morning.
Yeah, please go ahead. How are you?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks. Go ahead, please.
Okay, so basically, I hold a SAP Business Objects Administrator experience for last 7 years.
BODS.
Uh,
Okay.
Not BODS. Yeah, it's if we can call business objects and BODS,
Yeah.
IPS. Those are comes under same umbrella. Uh, so basically, if I turn to learn basis and follow with BTP, will
Mm-hmm.
that be a complete game changer or a complete skills change, or there will be some relation between my current experience and this learning this basis and BTP as well? I wanted to understand.
Good thing. See, you have a 7 years of experience as a
Business objects
yeah,
administrator. Yeah,
reporting administrator. Report. It's reporting only, right?
right.
Okay.
Reporting tool.
Yeah. So when we are talking, as I stated in the initial itself, whenever
Mm-hmm.
the person is coming with a non-IT, IT, basis is a suitable. Why basis is suitable here? So if you have a experience, let's say, let's your point as a example. So you have a 7 years of experience. So we can keep
Mm-hmm.
it in this way. Let's keep 3 years of reporting experience, and the remaining 4 years you can keep it as a basis administrator. And or you can keep 4 years of a reporting and 3 years of a basis administrator experience, and you can get into the
Mm-hmm.
organization. Because the basis administrator is not relevant to other things. He can play individual roles as well. Whoever is coming with the let's say a network administrator or the infra administrator, and let's say if
Mm-hmm.
I'm coming from the non-IT background also, they can choose the basis administrator. And you have a one plus point. You have already real time experience in X company. Okay, that experience also you can showcase in the interview, stating that you have a basis administrator, because the roles, whatever the offer letter you is having, it might be associate engineer or engineer, those
Yeah,
type of
yeah.
senior engineers, those type of roles we used to have. That can be manipulated. That's not a big deal.
Oh, okay, okay.
If you
Yeah.
need any further assistance, uh, Naresh is there from Sritech. Sritech team, who all are there?
Yes, sir. I will.
Yeah, Naresh is there. Naresh is going to ping his contact number. He's going to
Mm-hmm.
take care of this experience related, gaps related, and how we can showcase your current experience with the basis related. We can plan those things.
Okay, okay. Understood. Understood.
And the last thing which you added over there, so how can showcase is I already explained it. So is it going to helpful in your current career to migrate to the basis? Exactly, it can be
Mm.
possible because the reporting is not, if you ask me, it's not too technical. Okay, the reporting.
It's mm-hmm.
Correct me, correct me.
Ram garu, good morning.
Naresh, can you go in mute?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, basically, yeah, it's about the complete administration part of the tool itself.
Yeah,
Some custom configurations, connectivities, upgrade, migration, jobs. So I have
it's like
been
admin. It's
handling.
the same thing. It's the same thing which basis is going to do. You done
Mm.
it for the BODS or the business objects related things you done.
Yeah.
Most of the cases, but the UI might be different. There we are going to use a business objects that studio UI we are going to use. Here we are going to use a SAP
Mm-hmm.
logon pad. That's different. Nothing is there. So that is going to help you in the future cases. The current
Okay.
knowledge is going to help you here as well. That's it.
Definitely. Yeah. Basically, I have exposure over the UI basically, so it will be just similar to that. The only thing is
True.
the clicks and the configurations that
That's
might
it.
vary.
The terminology and the clicks might be different. The process was everything is the same.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Thanks. Anyone? So,
Hi,
sorry, your good name?
myself Suvendu.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Go
Yes.
ahead.
As I told you earlier,
Mm-hmm. How
as
can I pronounce your name?
Shuvendu, S-U,
Shuvendo. Shuvendo. Okay.
yeah.
Great. Thanks.
As I told you earlier that I am already working in a SAP.
How many years of experience in the basis?
I am working this is from last 4 years, 4 or 5 years.
4 years. Okay. So, how the BTP is relevant here, and so that is what you want to know, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, what happened is SAP basis stream is already there. The same thing. There is no change in the basis stream. Okay. So,
Mm.
SAP has been introduced the new technology called BTP. What that BTP is doing is it's like a middleware tool. Simply, I can say middleware tool. So, if you want to install any application in your mobile, you are installing through the Play Store.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm.
So, here what is happening? SAP created one platform. You don't need to install anything. You don't need to install anything. You just subscribe and use it. It's like a OTT related concept. So just go to the SAP network. So from there, it's a public network. From there, you need to subscribe the services, whatever you
Mm.
want, you can pay
Mm.
for that. So how to do, how you are going to integrate your on-prem systems. Let's say you are working for X company. STC is one of the company. STC is having 10 systems. So
Mhm.
you have a subscription of SAP BTP. So how you are going to integrate your on-prem systems with the BTP, and what are the functionality you are going to use, that is about the BTP.
Okay. You want to mean BTP is fully on a cloud? It is fully on a web-based application.
Cloud, it's a cloud based thing. With using of cloud, you are integrating your which company you are working for?
I'm a manufacturing industry.
Manufacturing industry. So that manufacturing industry might be having ECC landscape, S4 landscape. There is a different landscape they have, right?
Mhm.
So they are going to explore, they are going to integrate their systems with the BTP, so that whatever the new technology they want to use, they can use it through BTP with using of their existing data.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. You want to mean that first of all we have to migrate our all the data from ECC to SAP BTP platform.
Just integrating. Let's say if you are accessing from SAP login pad. Now, when you integrated with SAP BTP, so whatever you have, you can access from BTP itself.
Okay.
Sorry to interrupt. Just a quick question on the same topic. When you say we need to just utilize the service, so how will that involve the existing on-prem data on BTP, sir?
Okay. So let's say there is a concept called SAP Business Studio. Example.
Okay.
So if you want to develop something in SAP perspective, you can write a code in SAP application, or if you want to write something in the HANA database, there is a HANA Studio or HANA Developer Studio or HANA Eclipse Studio where you can write a code. So you are installing or you are configuring something at your desktop side, that is a HANA Studio or HANA Eclipse. So Eclipse is a too costly. Just I'm giving one random example. Okay, you are installing that software in your laptop. Okay, so I think you may see my screen, right?
Yes.
Okay, let me show you. What happened? 1 second. So it's loading. It's a public cloud. So if you see, I just subscribed two of the services here. One is like a identity service and bill zone. So I just developed something here. So I'm just subscribing this. Whatever I'm subscribing, I'm using. So how I'm using, I just integrated my systems, whatever on-prem systems I have, I just integrated my systems with what you called BTP. It's not showing here. Something happened here. Some student might be edited this thing. So I can connect my other systems here. I have a two systems.
Okay. So basically, you mean like we can directly integrate our on-prem landscape on
Correct,
BTP?
correct. From there, I
Sir,
can.
but how this connectivity will work? Because on-prem will be this complete infra will be managed by the organization team,
Right,
okay, and
right,
BTP is hosted on cloud. Correct me if
right,
I'm wrong.
right.
So how this on-prem system will authorized between the on-prem landscape and BTP?
Okay. So on-prem, I have a one company, STC Data Solutions. Okay.
Mm-hmm,
This
mm-hmm,
STC Data Solutions having 10 landscapes.
mm-hmm.
Okay. Instead
Uh-huh.
of instead of installing the different new technologies of SAP, I have
Mm-hmm,
a open source of SAP. I mean, it's not open source, it's like a public domain thing.
mm-hmm.
Where I can integrate my on-prem system with the cloud directly with using of there is a cloud connector concept. Like like let's say I have a this is my on-prem systems. Okay, this on-prem
Okay.
system, I have a cloud system. This is a SAP BTP. So
Mm-hmm,
if I want to integrate this cloud systems with the BTP or on-prem systems with the BTP, here in between there is a concept called
mm-hmm.
cloud connector. There is a concept called cloud connector. This is the
Oh,
middleware part. When I install this cloud connector,
mm-hmm.
cloud connector, I'm going to place information of my BTP into this cloud connector. I'm going to place my
Okay.
server details on-prem systems into the cloud connector. So taking these two details, it behave like a middleware.
Okay. Understood. Understood. So this middleware actually plays a major role for
Exactly. If
establishing the
something happens, it's like
connect.
totally everything is totally dependent with the networks.
So complete our on-prem environment will get integrated with BTP, and
True.
further activities can be performed through BTP.
True.
And who is responsible for doing this job? Is there involvement SAP basis?
You are. You are.
Basis, yeah, basis.
Okay.
Anyone?
So basically, this is a process to migrate the data from on-premise server
You
to
are not migrating anything. You are keeping everything inside this your on-prem only. You are just using this
Mm.
functionality.
oh database
Everything,
database
everything.
in
Sorry,
my
go ahead.
database will be in our on-prem server.
Everything remains same. You are using the latest functionality of the SAP.
Oh,
Okay, so sorry, one more question quickly. So in
Yeah,
case
go ahead, go ahead.
we need to upgrade. So will that be happening from BTP, or we need to log on to our on-prem servers and
On-prem
perform?
only. See, on-prem
Okay,
will be
so
there.
uh-huh.
I will, I
Okay.
will, I will show you something here. So if you see here, as I stated here, I have a, let me, so see, I have these many services in BTP. Okay, as I
Mm-hmm.
stated, build
Hmm.
application studio, which is going for the developers, and the build work zone, it's something related to the app development. And this is SaaS processing, this is about the website related. So this destination configurations. And if you want to do the what you call identity provider transport management system, we have SAP, we have a TMS transport management system. Like this, we have it's like a cloud identity service, it's like a security related topic. And this is a foundry, it's like a platform where you can build your servers and all, instances and all. It's not,
Mm-hmm.
see, SAP, if you want to build your SAP, you need a huge configurations, hardware and all. But the BTP is required 2 GB, 3 GB, like that.
you want to mean BTP is like a app, like just like a Fury app. With
It's like a Fury. It's a browser-based connectivity and the public network, public source.
okay, it's same as like a Fury app.
I didn't connected anything.
Mm.
If you
But for
go,
every feature, we need to subscribe, right?
it's like,
Or
how you are using the OTT platform.
mm-hmm.
It's the
Yeah.
same. Exactly the same. But see, OTT is like a yearly subscription or monthly subscription, something. Here you
Mm-hmm.
have a different subscriptions you used to have, like
Depending
yearly,
upon
like
the utility.
utility, yeah, usage of your product.
Okay, now the understand is more clear. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Anyone?
Uh,
Let me ask one more thing. You are talking about this course. It is a basic basic basis course for the very much beginner persons only.
See, I'm going to cover this real-time scenarios because I used to support for different people, and as well as I used to work on the freelancing as well. Okay. So whatever I'm getting the mails, whatever how the communication used to be, any real-time related things, we are going to show you starting from the beginning.
Okay,
So we
as
can say this
what
complete basis part will be covered under this training session, which will be planned, right?
Exactly, exactly.
And followed to this BTP administration part as well.
True.
Because ideally under BTP it comes under the build part, integration, analytics, and integration of AI. So out of that, we will be supporting the complete administration part and none of those four pillars of BTP, right?
Exactly, exactly.
Okay, okay. The UI which you just displayed on the screen just now, we will be
True,
managing those.
true, true.
what is the duration of this course?
It's 2 months.
See, as I am already working in this basis administration field, I am getting some problem in some advanced level.
Well, see, let's break it in this way. Let's put it in two ways. So, if you are looking for the advanced, we have a separate process is going on, separate sessions is going on.
Yes.
We'll talk about those specific topics and the advanced related topics. So just have a word with the Naresh. He can arrange a separate what you call discussion. We'll discuss on that.
Okay, okay. So, Mr. Naresh, could you please?
I think he shared it through the chat. He might
Yeah,
he already shared it. If you see the contact number, Sritech.
yeah. I need Mr. Naresh's contact number or mail
Yeah,
ID.
he shared it. He shared through the Zoom chat. There is a chat over there, right? You can just click over there. You can see the number.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Sridhar. Anyone?
One second, sir. Thanks for taking the sessions, Manju. Hi, guys. Myself, Naresh. I'm also working employee, having a 10 plus years experience as a senior DevOps engineer. Sritech is not only into trainings, we are into majorly consulting. We do have a genuine clients. The consulting means like genuine consulting. We won't do any backdoor process and all. The genuine consulting, after completion of your training, we will prepare your resume. We'll keep relevant experience on SAP basis with S4HANA along with BTP. And whatever the client requirement, based on the client requirement, we'll keep experience and based on your level of understanding the subject. And whatever the current packages and all, based on the client budget, we will negotiate the client. That I'll help you and I'll support you till you get the placement. Okay, and make sure tomorrow also we have a demonstration. Please attend that, and let's take a call. And I'll be available in the office. We do have an office in Hyderabad, Madhura Nagar. If you would like to come and meet, and I'll discuss with you, I'll connect with you, and we'll discuss with each profile one on one actually, because it is not one all for one solution. It's a each candidate have different experience, different criteria, different package, different systems. Okay, I'll help you one on one. Then how it will help you on systems and all, we'll go through that. Okay. Please try to connect me. I have shared my contact number in the Zoom chat if you have any doubts. Thank you so much. You can connect.
Sure,
Thank you.
Naresh. Thank you very much.
Mr.
Yeah, we'll
Naresh,
Thank you.
connect.
Mr. Naresh, which will be the good time to call me? Call.
You can call, sir. You can call, sir, anytime. No problem.
Okay, okay, Mr.
Yeah.
Naresh.
Yeah. Thank you.
Anyway, guys, thank you. I'm dropping from the call if you are not having anything.
Thank you very much for this
Thank you.
session.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Connect tomorrow.